Local Blade here. You can you can refer to me as either LKB or YLS, whichever your preferences align with, or whatever. But I'm here in my this place today to talk a little bit about culture. And I just want to say that I love exploring new cultures just because it's I did not really think this through, did I? But it just helps me. It helps anyone really, not just me, yeah, to understand the different peoples of the world, right? Right? Like, without, for example, we'll take the N word here in America. Not everyone, if you're not American, would understand why that's a touchy subject over here, right? Because they don't necessarily understand the cultural significance of it. They don't understand American slavery, the Atlantic slavery. All right? Just like how certain insults are kind of glossed over. Is that no? No, not glossed over. It's So this is my first YouTube video, and I know it's poor quality, but I digress. Anyway, yeah, the point is cultural significance of certain aspects of certain cultures are, well, extremely significant to understanding how people function, how people can do what they do and why they do it and how they act. Like with Americans and our guns, you know? The Second Amendment is a big thing for us, not just because of the Constitution in America, but because of why that's there in terms of like defending ourselves from a government that wants from a treacherous government, right? And yeah, I'm not a very good speaker, vlogger, whatever you want to call it. I'm not good with cameras, and I currently don't have a computer capable of video editing at the moment because I would need to actually download an editor, and my computer isn't really capable of Wi-Fi at the moment, so unfortunately for all of you, you're kind of stuck with me. Yeah, stuck with this face in your face. I guess you could kind of look away or whatever, but I just noticed that how when I'm learning about other cultures, like how the Jap- like how the Asian cultures in general are more respectful and honor and tradition based than our own American society. Like I'll be reflecting on it, and then I'll just be thinking about things that we kind of take for granted here, or are a little desensitized. And I'll start thinking about why we do the things we do, right? And it's amazing, I want to say, because here I go again, losing my train of thought. But it's just because when you look at it through a different lens, when you try to get some insight on another person's culture, sure, it kind of puts into your perspective, like, I'm totally not wording this right. I really wish I could edit half this shit out. But, like, what was it, 30 fucking seconds of nothing? But yeah, just in general, how different, but at the same, like, let me put it this way: everyone is fundamentally the same, like down to the basic beliefs, like down to the stardust of our beliefs, right? We're the same. Like, we all may have different aspects to our cultures. We may go about representing our cultures differently and defending it differently, but whether or not you notice it, culture runs our lives, right? And and when you're exposed to one culture for long enough, unless you're like super into culture and trying to keep everything traditional and cultural, like the Asian countries, you're going to become desensitized. You're going, like, it's going to become second nature, your culture. Uh, it'll come to you about as easy as breathing, I feel like. So, to a lot of us in the West, especially here in the States, here stateside, sometimes while we understand what our culture is, sometimes I feel like that we forget why our culture is what it is because we've become so desensitized to it, and just the United States as a whole is a melting pot. So if you were to talk about American culture, you would probably be talking about like all all cultures combined. You'd be talking about pop culture in general. Like, I feel like a good alternative word for American culture is pop culture because pop culture is what's popular, right? It's shared by all ethnicities and all cultures in America. Like, you have aspects of all the different cultures there. You've got the foods, like you got pizzas, hamburgers, uh, which are German, Turkish, Italian. Then you've got the music, which is predominantly black, because you can go from hip hop and pop, which are obvious predominant, which predominantly black genres, especially hip hop. And then you've also got alternative rock, which we know, if you've done your research, is also black. Like black people invented that, African Americans. So I feel like that's why we become desensitized to our own various cultures in America, because we're a huge melting pot. And when you're learning about a specific region where everyone's culture is the same, like there aren't subcultures. So like, sure, in Japan and China, you're gonna have different religions such as Shintoism, Taoism, Buddhism, etc. But you're not gonna have like completely different cultures. You're not gonna have your rednecks and metalheads and your hip hop heads and thugs. You're not gonna have your farmers and your urban workers. There's, I mean, I've, that was a bad example, but I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Like it just put into perspective for me how I'm really bad with words. I kind of wish I was a dictionary, to be honest with you. But yeah, this is gonna be one of them videos. I wish I wrote down the script. Anyway, I digress. I just wanted to point out how looking at other cultures and learning about them can make you examine your own native culture in a different light, through a different lens, through a more objective lens. And that's pretty damn cool, to be honest with you. I, I guess that's it. I'm sorry for 13 minutes of whatever this was. It was kind of all over the place, very jumbled. And I apologize for that. I will see you guys next time. Hopefully, assuming that I make another video after this. This is probably going to be a colossal failure, but we'll see how it goes.